You know, I think Oculus, PSVR, and all these VR platforms is more of a niche. Do you agree with me or not? Hey guys, it's Rob here and happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by the Robo Tron show where we cover the latest gaming news every morning at 5:30 a.m. EST. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you subscribe to Robo Rob Gaming for the Robo Tron show and have that notification bell on. In this video, we're going to go over Phil Spencer's words on the Xbox Scarlett VR and talk about whether or not he has a point. So VR, a type of video game format that I've been personally interested in but never really ended up buying one, and I know a lot of other people are in a similar boat. It looks cool, it looks fun, but when you go to look at what's available for VR, you're kind of put off, and I think, well, maybe I'll just get it on a later date, or maybe you don't like VR at all. With Xbox Scarlett arriving fast next year in 2020, and Sony already dipping their toes in VR with the PS4 and the PSVR, everyone is wondering, what is Xbox gonna do? Are they gonna do virtual reality next generation? Will they have some kind of Xbox VR headset or not? And it seems that Phil Spencer, who's the head of Xbox, gave us some insight into Xbox's plans, and I kind of agree with his opinions on VR, but not at the same time. So in the Xbox interview with an Australian gaming site, Steve Ivor, this is what Phil Spencer had to say on the Xbox Scarlett going VR next gen in 2020. It's not where our focus is for next year's planned release of the Xbox One successor known as the Project Scarlett. I have some issues with VR. It's isolating, and I think of games as a communal, kind of a together experience. We're responding with our customers or what they're asking for, and nobody is asking for VR. Now, of course, this probably does not sit well with Sony, and Shuhei Ushida had to respond to Phil Spencer on his comments on the VR on Twitter. We oftentimes work hard for things that no customers are asking for them. And yeah, he has a point. I mean, think of all the games that were released that we all scoffed at but ended up being freaking awesome. It's not even contained to video games actually. When the Joker movie was announced, I saw so much hate for that movie, and now look where we are. Oscar buzz, over $1 billion, and probably one of the best Jokers on screen in my opinion. Now, if you want to read the article for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below, but let me ask the question, is Phil Spencer right about VR? I personally think VR is pretty cool. The illusion of being in space and slicing giant blocks that are flying at you or fighting these giant creatures, it all sounds fun, and if it's anything like the Harry Potter VR ride at Orlando Studios, it must be fun. But that's just it, it's just fun. You take these amazing games like Witcher or these MMOs like Final Fantasy XIV and these beautiful giant worlds and this fantastic stories that they like to tell and have all these great different gameplay mechanics, and you pair it with VR, then you have my attention. But as it stands now, the technology isn't there yet. Some still have cords and others are still wireless, don't get me wrong, but some of them don't even have the greatest graphics on the games. So believe me, VR is heading towards that area, but they're just not there yet with the technology. Right now, VR is a niche in the gaming landscape. It can be profitable, but not on the scale of the regular consoles like the PS4 and the Xbox One and the next generation with the PS5 and Xbox Scarlett. There isn't really enough VR players to match or even come close to the non-VR players, whether that be PSVR or even the Oculus, which means there isn't enough interest to warrant a VR headset for the next Xbox. Now, of course, this all could change. We know PSVR is going to be getting an upgrade with the PS5. I believe I covered a patent about that, and the Oculus will keep evolving, so maybe eventually we will get that smash hit and VR will rival the console in PC gaming. But for now, it's a niche that I honestly would like to try, I might add. Now, of course, this all could change pretty soon actually, with Half-Life Alyx from Valve looking amazing, better than I thought it would actually look when I first heard about it. Half-Life Alyx VR looks like a AAA VR title, and of course we will have to see when it's actually released, the Half-Life VR release date, but until then it looks amazing. And if it does hit off and there's money to be made, Microsoft won't want to miss out on all that VR moolah, because in the end these companies are in the business to make money, and if they see that as a profitable area to start in, they will definitely go towards that area. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and if you're still interested in more of my videos, here's some Xbox news, and also here's some Sony news if that's what you like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel before you leave, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.